then give me probably about 10-ish minutes, 5 maybe if I'm going fast, to make sure everything actually works. It's always
I just have one important moral thing for you to keep in mind, Stab.
sure.
Don't date horses.
Definitely don't. No.
And do you know why I tell you that?
I'm assuming because of the Uma Musume game that I was streaming earlier.
That is correct.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll be happy to know that that has been deleted off of both my phone and off of my Steam collection.
You were not enjoying?
No, unfortunately not. The basically it was designed for people that are shameless about skipping story. And if you know me, that is the one thing that I refuse to do. So, yeah. That was a thing. But yeah, no, it's a thing. Oh, why did that? Alright, whatever. Yeah. It had potential. I can see why people like it, but it does not hit the doesn't hit my specific addictive personality disorders. If that makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense.
Very good. All right. And of course,
Well,
Odyssey.
since we have a little bit of time to go, I'm letting Argenta do Argenta things.
Go for it. Purge. Kill the Xeno.
We are not strictly speaking fighting Xenos right now, but nonetheless, she is indeed the person she just killed was indeed a Xenos.
Oh, very good. And I did that without even seeing your screen.
We're fighting filthy pirates, and one of the major characters was a Xeno mercenary.
Okay.
That just ate multiple bursts from Argenta, and then she decided that she needed to lie down now.
Well, you know what we don't allow Xenos?
What?
We don't suffer them to live. Oh, come on. Of all the things, YouTube is the one that started getting a little glitchy for me. Whatever. But yeah. I told you the story of the guy that asked about using Suffer on a English language learning blog, or English language learning forum, right?
No.
Oh. So some guy was like, I'm trying to figure out how the word suffer is being used here. You know, it says the dead do not suffer the living to pass. Just what exactly that's supposed to mean, because he knows the modern meaning of suffer, like suffering, like enduring. But he didn't know how that made sense in that particular sentence. And the comment responses were like, yeah, you don't need to really worry about it. That's archaic usage. It's really rare. In fact, it's so rare that I can tell you exactly where that quote is from. with absolute certainty. It's from Lord of the Rings. Don't worry, you'll never encounter it anywhere else.
Yeah, I also instantly recognized it because, yeah.
Now, to be fair, there are two other places that you will find that usage. Do not suffer a witch to live, and do not suffer a Xeno to live. But yeah, aside from those cases, you can pretty safely say that you will never run into that usage. Did not mean to close that. There we go. Restore that. Oh. Yeah, so that card game was interesting, but it's like I'm assuming just the AI stuff was just the flavor text and art. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Still cool. Still kind of impressive how they how that was pulled off. The is the generation being done locally, or is it phoning home to a server?
It's phoning home to commercial AI servers. Um, the Glenn isn't making the AI engine. He's using he's using things like Claude and
Okay, yeah. I was just wondering if it was like if you had to download just as part of the download, you were downloading like one of the small LLMs, because you do have some of those. But yeah. All right, that is that. I guess let's get rid of the starting soon collection. And you know what? Let me jump back into Discord. I want to check something. Stream announcements. Yeah, good. That's that stream announcement out of the way. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I went back and fixed or basically just redid everything that was going there. Change stream, stop streaming. More options, grid view, show my camera. Voice and video settings, preview video. Seeing if I can share my cursor, but it doesn't look like I have that option. Weird. Alright, whatever. Yes, we don't have that. Let me just hop on over to X. Post that announcement. Rasu. Post that announcement. Go to Mana series, streams of Mana. Boom. Post that announcement. And yeah, that's that. Let's close X. Let's close that. Okay. And you're getting audio, right?
yes, I am.
Wonderful. Just make sure that is there. It is. And make sure that is there as well.
Anyhow, I passed Glenn your Discord username, so expect to hear from him at some point.
All right, cool. Let me just fix one setting on YouTube. we
Well,
go.
you see, one of the DLCs was the Lemurian Umpire.
The Lemurian umpire?
Yes.
Don't think it's an umpire. Think that's a vampire.
You're out. You've been murdered.
You're out. All right. Well, let's get back into it. You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I'm sure you're shocked to learn lots of people get murdered in this game by now.
Yeah, no, it comes as no surprise. Anyway, we've started recording. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Case of the Golden Idol. I'm Bring Stabbity, the stabbiest stabby that ever stabbityed, and with me I have...
Nweismuller, who's been suffered to join Stabbity here.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Anyway, this is our second attempt at Stage 10. First attempt, crashed Case of the Golden Idol, and fortunately it didn't corrupt my save, but it lost all progress on Chapter 6, or Stage 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I needed to redo those off screen. It was actually really weird what happened. I went into the stage, I got all of these, you know, just it binged like that it was done. I couldn't actually click on anything, or no, I could click on anything. However, it showed 0 words in the word list, and although I could click on someone, I couldn't recollect a word. So
that is weird.
So yeah, that is what that crash caused. And basically what I needed to do is go into each of the scenarios one by one, reset the current scenario, beat it again, and then go back to stage select and go to the next one. It was really freaking weird. Anyway, chapter 10, or stage 10, in chapter 4, the New World Order. Stage 10? Oh, and we don't get the title drop. That's fine. I'll just edit it in from the old version. Oh,
yeah.
No. See, we still have things collected.
Yeah.
You know what? Here.
That was...
Reset current scenario. Yes. Wait, what? Okay, we have numbers. That's fine. There we go. Everything's new.
The triumph of order.
Yeah, apparently. Such a relief that they decided not to push any fashion charges. I hope the process is not painful.
And this music isn't ominous at all, is it?
Oh, not in the slightest. Also, it's... Need to drop it a bit. It was hitting the red. This tribunal is a farce. They spread lies that my love is merely lust. And what do they even know about true art? Yeah, no, we're hitting way too high peaks there. I felt it in my bones that I should have drunk less. Now we poor souls experience God's wrath. It's a thing of beauty to see order prevail. Were it not against the first virtue, I would feel very happy. Oh geez. Not even allowed to feel happiness or emotions. This really is some sort of socialist dystopia. Nicholas, I'll wager you feel the new regime rewards your diligence now. So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes, after I asked you to lend me money and you said you had none to spare. I suggest you lend me some now, unless you want me to write up an official report about a 4th virtue breach. Your beloved brother. Communist swine. Mr. Nicholas Maker, 1757, record keeper of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Labeled a protocol as being on Thursday even though it was Wednesday. Took a double-length lunch break in the office. Loyal service and low-ranking position to the Order Party, plus 10 merit. Total merit plus 4. Oh geez, they have China's social credit system.
So it would appear.
So it does. Weekly Order Party of People's Tribunal, number 42. March 14th, 1795. 6 culprits are brought to the tribunal. Tribunal is opened. Each culprit's charges are evaluated, and merit changes calculated. First culprit's merit exaction starts. Second culprit's merit exaction starts. Third culprit's merit exaction starts. Poor bugger. I've never seen so much merit removed in the tribunal. Some mistakes are very costly.
Hi, David.
An Albion Frank banknote. Mr. David Garan, 1752, enforcer of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Had a secret compartment in his office locker. Denied the existence of the secret compartment. Loyal service and low-ranking position to the Order Party, plus 10 merit. Remember the third virtue. A donkey and lipstick and fancy dress? Remember the second virtue. A pig behind a desk, wearing the party's armband. What was the, a brassard?
Yes.
Yes, wearing a brassard.
And sleeping on the desk, it looks like.
Yes. The man is not breathing. No apparent wounds. Oh, did he... He got idled. Prince of Dusk. Like night, I am dark and full of terror. I do not fear love. Do not make that error. When you know my name, just look for my face. Okay, yeah. Terrible thing here. Up. Ooh, and there is a back desk here. Okay. That is music to my ears, Alistair. But do control your emotions. We as arbiters of order must never violate the first virtue. A bunch of Albion Frank banknotes. Dear Dr. Turner, I must regretfully inform you that during your absence from party business, your senior assistant, Daniel, has demonstrated extreme untidiness and thus breached one of the virtues. Junior assistant, Toby. Oh, jeez. It's like everybody telling on everybody.
Yep.
Dr. James Turner, 1747, arbiter of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Drank a full bottle of brandy at a picnic. Kept the book Legacy of the Rose Dynasty in his study. Huh. Loyal service to the Order Party in a high-ranking position, plus 20 merit. Total merit, plus 12. Oh boy, alright. Fangor Quinn. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Charges: claimed he had no wife. Has a painting depicting a naked person in his house. Broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger. Was observed spending a night with a neighbor's wife. Dun dun dun. Walter Keene. Culprit, Mr. Walter Keene. Flirted 3 times with different married women during the party convention. Wore ridiculous headgear at 5 public events. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during the ritual of ascendance. Expelled from the party of order. Dun dun dun. Lothar Richards. Mr. Lothar.
We actually met Lothar back at Edmund Cloudsley's dinner party. He was the
That's
old
right. Yes.
father.
That's right. The rich visitor to Edmund Cloudsley.
Yes.
And father of the woman that Peter Batley says was too young for Edmund.
Yes.
Held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests. Got angry during the questioning and shouted at the High Arbiter. revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive dissident daughter, Mary, and her husband, Peter. Oh, hey! Peter and Mary got married. Evaluated.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah! Evaluated as plus 15 merit. Josh Bailey. Mr. Josh Bailey. Left his work at a tannery early. Drank excessive amounts of gin at the Scrawny Cat. Drank an excessive amount of rum at the Old Oak. Approached a married woman with an indecent offer. Denied 4 times during questioning that he had done those acts. Horace Webb. Count Horace Webb. Charges. Has not held down a job since the new regime. Evaluated as 60 instances of non-work. Claims he works in his castle helping his servants clean it. Possesses 15 books kept in his private library. Oh boy. Just turn.
Don't you love that that's a violation of their system to possess books?
Yeah, I just turned around. I'm looking at the bookshelf behind my desk, and oh boy, I would have so many demerits for the books that I have.
So would I. So would I.
Expressed willingness to donate his castle to the party, evaluated as plus 200 merit. Also very, Indian style there. Gideon Bell. Duke Gideon Bell. Oh, interesting. Wears an outrageous hairstyle. Broke down in tears 10 times during questioning. Has refused to start working, evaluated as 5 instances of job skipping. Rejected the High Arbiter's request that he share information of a secret entrance to the castle of his cousin, the Sovereign.
And you remember Gideon, don't you?
I do! He was the floof that was, that got poisoned by, Ergen Patu.
Well, drugged.
Yes.
Poisoned is a little...
Yeah, drugged.
A little harsh. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Fangor Quinn. Okay. It doesn't...
I don't think we can figure out how many merits they get yet until we deduce some other things.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely doesn't say in either of those. Okay. How about here? Oh, same. Alright, that is Lothar. Yeah, we don't know how many minuses there is, and that's plus 15. Yeah, don't know how many there. And Horace Webb and Gideon Bell, same thing. We don't know how many minuses there are. Don't know how many minuses there are. Alright. So yeah, white, red, yellow with a blue circle in the middle of the red. That's their flag.
I think it's meant to be black rather than blue.
Okay, makes sense.
Hey, Mystic Blade Works.
Hey, Mystic Blade Works! Welcome, welcome. Alright. 4 maxims of virtue is written on the wall. Observe the 4 virtues to avoid losing merits. Alright. Heart. Angel wings. Sun. Eye. Silence! You will perform your function as much as is required. It is paramount to ensure order in our new society. Ish. Ish. Oh, it's still got the weight attached. A bottle with brown liquid labeled brandy. A bottle with some substance labeled opium. Yeah, first virtue, let's see. Excessive emotions are one of the things that will be punished under the first virtue.
So I think you can stick that there at least.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll keep... I'll go back and reread those things later. Ah, here we go. We find out each punishment for each violation of each virtue. Very good, very good. Whoops. Invoice. February 15th, 1795. Blackbrook Farm, 3 pounds of butter, 25 pence. Delivery, 6 pence. Total cost, 29 pence. Huh. Interesting. Either someone can't do math, or someone got bribed with a discount. With a 2 pence discount. Violin. Hey, it's the violin Maurice?
From the Maurice.
Yeah, but that Maurice was using back in the inn. Oh, and it's Gideon with his absolutely crazy hairstyle.
Portrait in front of a vampire castle.
Yeah. Portrait of Gideon Bell, painted by Jasmine Nightwings in 1794.
Well, that is certainly one of the pictures of all time.
It is. Apparently it's a dwarf or a gnome on a chamber pot. A book titled Stories. A book titled Autumn Tales. Yeah, so definitely having books is a 4th virtue violation. We don't have books. Okay, that's fine. Remember the 2nd virtue. Store confiscated objects and evidence according to the virtue breached. Yes, okay. So, too much alcohol or drugs is definitely a 1st virtue. So, title, Frank's mistake, beauty, diligence, souls, bones, lust, art, lies, fashion. Oh, okay. Whatever. In all truth, Lord High Arbiter, I would prefer storing no more than this. London Gazetteer. Since 1792, when it gained a majority in Parliament and liberated our government from multi-party chaos. Oh boy. Oh boy, they definitely are a bunch of commies. The Order Party has worked hard to improve society. Despite the vast popular support for the party, His Majesty refuses to acknowledge the authority of the party's tribunal. High Arbiter Lazarus Hurst has announced that in 2 months, the party and its supporters will participate in a peaceful march to the king's current residence to demonstrate their virtue of moderation. I am honored to help the party upkeep the 4 virtues. I only hope sitting here all day does not count as sloth. There are worse jobs than this one, and thank God tobacco is not considered an indulgence. A bit boring, though. Too bad literature is forbidden. Is that Little Pip?
That is Little Pip.
A half full pouch of tobacco. Alright. Huh. I missed one thing here. There you go. What are you insinuating, James? I would never breach the 4th virtue. You know damn well that I keep no secrets. Okay, so... secrets... are the 4th virtue punishment. And yeah, we'll be going back over those shortly. A bunch of Albion Frank banknotes. Dear Arbiter Cock, I am writing to inform you that our regiment's colonel was seen with another officer's wife in a potentially intimate situation. We implore you to send your agents to investigate this potential flouting of the 1st virtue. Wood. Lust. Oh. Wind just slammed one of my doors upstairs.
So that's what that sound was.
Yeah, you heard it? Okay. So yeah, let's just put lust there for now. Lord Alistair Cock, Arbiter of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Slapped a sergeant in anger. Listened to marching music in his manner. Loyal service to the Order Party in high-ranking position. Plus 20 merits. Okay, so we have everything. Now we need to go back through all of the hints, and yeah. So we do know that fashion is definitely one possible violation. They spread lies that my love is merely lust. And what do they even know about true art? Okay, so we know lust and art are both banned. We don't know if art is a first virtue violation, so let's continue gathering more info. I felt it in my bones that I should have drunk less. Now we poor souls experience God's wrath. Okay, so excessive drinking. Actually, yeah, because he said too much. So I'm gonna lean towards drinking.
Would that be indulgence on tab 2?
Ah, indulgence. There we go. There we go. I could see that.
So what would the first virtue be then?
In that case, I would say moderation is the first virtue. And let's go emotions, lust. Can I? There. And just kind of clean it up and put it up there. Alright, and we had a little bit of blackmail. Wager you feel the new regime rewards your diligence now. So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes. I suggest you lend me some now, unless you want me to write up an official report about a 4th virtue breach. So, spending too much money?
You said books was a violation of the 4th virtue earlier.
I did. Let me jump back. You know what? We'll just do a hot pocket. Yeah, so indulging in alcohol and drugs. Lying, corruption, bad math. Music, art. For 3rd virtue. There we go. Vulgar art. Truth, years. Vulgar music. Okay. And 4th was books. All literature will be punished. Oh my! That is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof. Alright, Franks, you can go to page 2. Secrets is going to be something. Anyway, let's go back. 3 pounds of butter, delivery. At work. So let's see.
There were a couple of posters downstairs that were meant to represent virtues. Maybe you should take a look at them.
Yeah. So at work, mistakes will be punished. So this was a mistake. Downstairs, you said?
Yeah, there's a couple of posters.
Right. 3rd virtue, fashion. Okay. 2nd virtue, don't be slothful. 3rd virtue, don't go crazy fashion. They literally have a fashion police. Vulgar fashion. Vulgar fashion. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go, art. 5. Art, music, fashion. And the third virtue is... let's see. Would it be beauty? I could see beauty being the appropriate virtue as opposed to vulgar art, music, and fashion. Let's see. Untidiness, years, idle, truth, secrets, sloth, mistakes, literature, pranks. Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards beauty. The virtue is beauty, and opposed to it are art, music, and fashion. Alright?
Quote, vulgar, unquote, art, music, and fashion.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's the beauty that's opposed to the vulgarity.
I say, quote, vulgar, unquote, because as judged by whom?
Correct. Okay. Next, second virtue. Definitely sloth will be punished. The second virtue is diligence. Mistakes. Sloth. Just put that there. Sloth. There's mistakes. Mistakes, sloth, and we'll go over what else it could be. Bones is silly. Bones will not be punished. Beauty, art, music, fashion. Lies, at work. I could see untidiness, since that desk is a mess on top of him being asleep at the desk. So I can work with that for a second. Sloth.
Why would Nicholas Maker's brother say he was doing a fourth virtue violation?
Whoops.
Nicholas Maker is
Whoops, not there. Dear Nicholas, I'll wager you feel the new regime rewards your diligence. So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings. So fourth virtue is spending money or
no, read every word.
So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes after I asked you to lend me money and you said you had none to spare. I suggest you lend me some now unless you want me to write up an official report about a fourth virtue breach.
So how would that incident relate to the things that are being banned under the fourth virtue?
Lies.
Lies, deceptions.
7, 8. Yes. So lies there. And yeah, let's get secrets, literature, and the fourth virtue is truth. Hey! Good, we did it. Alright, so the first virtue is moderation. Excessive emotions, lust, or indulgence will be punished. The second virtue is diligence. At work, mistakes, sloth, and untidiness will be punished. The third virtue, beauty. Vulgar art, music, and fashion will be punished. The fourth virtue is truth. All secrets, literature, lies will be punished. Right.
And incidentally, the brassards that they're wearing, we now see the symbolism of those brassards.
Yes. White, red, the navy blue or black, that's the circle inside of the red, and brown. Very fitting. Alright. What we can do is now go to this booklet. So this is a mistake, labeled a protocol as being on Thursday, even though it was on Wednesday, which is a second virtue violation. Took a double-length lunch break in his office, which is also a second virtue a violation because it is sloth, which means each of these are a 3-point demerit, and that means, or it's a total of 6 points, and since they're the same, that means that you are a 3-point demerit each. Now, these guys don't have official booklets. That's fine. You have an official booklet. Secret compartment in his office locker, and denied the existence of a secret locker. Both of those are fourth virtue violations. Keeping secrets is one violation. Lying is a second violation. Both of those are fourth violations, so violating the fourth virtue loses you a single point. Right?
And also, may I say, how easy it is to eat up even the merit you get for service to the party?
Yeah. Very, very easy. Very easy to get it all used up. There, it's down to +4 already. Alright. There we go. Drink a full... Alright, so he starts with 20. He's down to 12. That means he lost a total of 8. One of those was keeping a book. Keeping a book is a fourth virtue violation, which punishes you 1 point, which means that 7 points were lost by the full bottle of brandy, and that is indulgence, which is a first virtue violation, which means that is worth 7 demerits. Right? And Alistair slapped a sergeant in anger. That would count as emotions, because it's definitely not opposed to beauty, it's not opposed to diligence, not opposed to truth. So yes, that is emotions. Listen to marching music in his manner. He starts with +20, so slapping a sergeant is 7. That leaves 2 points for listening to music. And apparently, marching music is considered vulgar music, and that was 2 points for a beauty demerit. Yes! Okay! Good.
And now that we've done this, may I say how ridiculous it is how they choose to cite things. They cite each individual crying while being interrogated as a separate emotions thing. You know that's just to nail someone they want to nail rather than any objective application of law there.
Of course. All right. Anyway, charges. Finger Quinn received all demerits. So claimed he had no wife. That is a lie, which is 1 point. Had a painting depicting a naked person in his house, which is vulgar, 2 points. That gets us to -3. Broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger, that is emotions, -7, we're now at 10. And was observed spending a night with his neighbor's wife, which would also be lust, another 7. He is at -17. Walter Keane flirted 3 times with different married women during the party convention. That's already -25. 21. Math. How does that work? Wore ridiculous headgear at 5...
By magnets.
Yes.
By magnets. That's how it works.
Wore ridiculous headgear. That is a fashion violation, which is worth 2 points, which is another 10 total, bringing the total to 31. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during his ritual of ascendance, which is...
at least purportedly a lie.
Purportedly a lie, which gets us to 32. Minus 32. Boom! Alright, this is looking good. Next up, Lothar Richards. Lothar Richards held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests. Wow. Yeah. 7. Minus 7. Got angry. Minus 7. Revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive dissident daughter Mary and husband Peter. Plus 15. That leaves him at plus 1. There, here. Plus 0, 1. Now, Josh Bailey. Left work at a tannery earlier. I believe that would be sloth and minus 3. Yes, second virtue. Said minus 3, I said minus 3. Drank excessive amounts of gin at the Scrawny Cat. That's 7, taking us to 10. Another 7 takes us to 17. Approached a married woman is 24. And 4 lies takes us to minus 28. Minus 20. No. Josh Bailey, minus 28. Get back here. Minus, or excuse me, plus 0, 1. Jeez. Alright. Horace Webb. Culprit, Horace Webb. Has not held a job since the new regime, evaluated as 60 instances of non-work. That would be sloth. Times 3. So we're already at 180. Claims he works in his castle. Minus 181. Oh, jeez. Minus 196. Plus 200. Plus 04. Horace Webb receives plus 04. Gideon Bell actually has a bit of spine. Wears an outrageous hairstyle. About as outrageous as your, French accent.
Mon Dieu!
Outrageous hairstyle, that's 2 points. Broke down in tears 10 times during questioning, that's 70 points. So he's all...
You see what I mean about that being total bullshit?
Yes. So he's already at 72. Refused to start working a job 5 times 2, we're at 82. Rejected sharing a secret.
Diligence is 3, so that's 87.
Oh, whoops. Yes. 15. 87. And 88. Minus 88.
And you know that pinging him for all that was totally about the secret he was holding rather than...
Yeah.
That was only 1 point, but that was actually the reason they pinged him for everything else.
Yeah. For... Alright. Years. And let's check. It was here in the news? Yes. Since 1792, when it gained majority in Parliament and liberated our government from multi-party chaos, worked hard to improve society, and it is March 13th of 1795, so I will say that it has been 3 years.
Yes.
3 years. Have passed since Order Party has seized power. During Tribunal... Alright, that would be, Gideon Bell, I guess, since he got minus 88. No one else had anything similar to that.
Well, we can identify, without question, at least 2 of the people on the dock.
Yeah. Poor bugger, I've never seen so much merit removed in the tribunal. Some mistakes are very costly. Sorry, what'd you say about the dock?
We see 3 people in line for judgment, and we can just, by their dialogue, tell who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
This is the tanner who...
That's the dude that was drinking too much. So yeah.
Yep.
That was Mr. Josh Bailey.
And then this guy is Fangor Quinn.
Guy is Fangor Quinn, yes, for art. They don't believe his art. And such a relief they decided not to push any fashion charges. So he can't specifically say who he is, except that he doesn't have fashion charges.
Well, we know he's not Walter Keane, since he looks nothing like it.
Nothing like him. Probably not Lothar, although... Yeah, can't tell from that little bit of hair. Horace Webb. Maybe. Definitely not Gideon Bell. Okay. I mean, he does kind of look like a Horace Bell. Or Horace Webb. Excuse me. Looks like he might have a castle and not worked in 60 days.
Or however.
Well, or 3 years, but evaluated as 60 days. Right. But yeah, he looks like he got drained by the Golden Idol. Alright. During a tribunal...
Gideon Bell.
Yeah, that's definitely Gideon Bell. Gideon Bell is judged to have the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history. To execute his punishment, so it wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4. Attempted to say idol was used on him, and he lost bones, souls, merit, years, ranks. Okay. Let's jump back. 88, I guess. And he lost 88 years and died. There we go.
Bones, I said?
Yes. Losing 88 bones would really suck. The Order Party has seized power and now enforces the 4 maxims of virtue. The young Duke, Gideon Bell, was judged during the tribunal to have lost 88 merits. The High Arbiter of the party, Lazarus Hurst, used the idol to decrease his Gideon's youth by 88 years, thus making him 108, which resulted in his death. Dun dun dun.
Stay and explore for a bit.
Alright.
Now, if you go to the room that Lazarus is in, what is he using those 3 people for?
He is using them to regain youth.
Well, listen to their dialogue, all of them.
In all truth, Lord High Arbiter, I would prefer storing no more than this. Yes, they're storing years. And basically getting younger. I assume so.
They end up turning into like kids, and yeah. And then that means this incidentally is why the two arbiters, you actually see one with noticeably more hair than he used to have.
True. Yep, they get...
Because they have positive merit, so they were made younger.
Hooray! Yep, that's definitely what it seems like.
And you have that crown next to the central chair in the arbiter's.
Yes, the Griffin Reborn crown.
Yep. Well, now we can go. I just.
Cool. Well, that is it for this episode. I guess next time we reach the thrilling conclusion. No cutscene? No cutscene. Alright, well, thank you everyone for hanging out. Please like, follow, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye. There we go. Let me just grab a quick drink of water, and we can hit the conclusion.
This next one may take a while, but if you're up for it, I'm up for it.
Yeah, I mean, it is close to midnight, but whatever. Worst case scenario, we can pause in the middle of it and continue some other time.
Surely.
I can probably spend up to about 2 hours if need be, and hopefully it doesn't take that long.
All right, well, let's
go. Hello right. And welcome to the final chapter, or the final stage, of the main story of Case of the Golden Idol. We still have some DLC, but for now, we do reach the conclusion of the main story. Anyway, I'm Brain Stabbity, the stabbiest stab that ever stabbity'd, and with me I have Nweismuller. Please, say hi.
Hi there. I am just so excited to see this happen.
All right. Well, let's hop into it. Stage 11. The slight delay in the peaceful march to the king's castle. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, so we have the scroll, the morning scroll, before the noon, in the afternoon, and a summary. Okay. Oh, cool. Quick travel. Did we always have that and I just never noticed it and never clicked on it?
They specifically introduced it in this game for this one because a lot of it involves rechecking old evidence when you want to check on things.
Very good. So, let's hop in. Oh, that's just how you return. I'm like, what's in the sky?
Superman.
Yes, Comrade Lazarus. Oh, jeez.
You said they're commies.
They are not hiding the fact that these people are frickin' commies. Yes, Comrade Lazarus has not yet returned for several hours. Comrades Alistair and James have gone to find him. If they do not return, we will organize more search parties to find the lost. Okay. Melchester Castle. Blackfield Manor. Lover's Islet. Elwood Crossroads.
I actually really like this particular song, incidentally.
It is nice, yeah. Party Camp. Cloudsley Cabin. Oh. That's where Edmund Cloudsley disappeared to. Little Mermaid Inn.
And that's where David stole the idol.
Yes. And that's where everyone is camped right now. Huh. Interesting. Lazarus first.
Oh, that's a bust.
Lazarus, you took 32 things from me. I demand you return them. If you refuse, I will make the story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. At 11:30 on May 15th. Oh boy. Why? Why do they use this reckoning? I know that's 10:30. I still hate it. At 10:30 on May 15th, meet me at the place the idol was stolen. Our Brotherhood and poor Willard...
Stolen from our Brotherhood, I guess.
I guess so. And poor Willard Wright met his death. Come alone and bring proof. Something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. Tie your reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. It will find me. Right, Edmund Cloudsley's notes. David Gorin, since his success at the Mermaid Inn has proven to be resourceful and discreet professional. Yeah. Not entirely loyal. Nicholas Maker, cowardly but dutiful, useful up to a limit. Alistair Cock, pompous and vain, but being a military man is ready to obey and ready to kill. JT, James Turner, greedy and hedonistic, requires constant material motivation to cooperate. Walter Keane, ambitious and inventive, but treacherous as many smart people are. Alright. That's everything from the party camp. That is one ugly woman. Like, her face looks more like a cow than a person.
Well, also, that's not a woman.
Makes sense.
You actually take a look at the episode in the Little Mermaid Inn.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Was it 4? It was not 4. 3.
Look at the faces of the people downstairs.
Is that Maurice? That's Maurice.
He still has the Navajo blade.
Yep. There we go. That's where we would have confirmed it. The watch is ticking and shows 12:15 p.m. 1795, May 15. Capitol Route Morning Report. At 8, a newfangled insurrectionist carriage passed by. 8:30, an individual in the insurrectionist uniform passes by on new two-wheel contraption. At 10:15, 2 individuals in insurrectionist uniforms pass on horses. Okay, he is spying.
And that's why he's dressed up as a washerwoman.
Makes sense. Makes a ton of sense. He's keeping track. All right. Let's move on. Why are you not working, you worthless piece of garbage? I'm doing the same thing I saw Lazarus do during the merit executions. Ah. Okay. So Lazarus is publicly taking stealing youth from people, but he is secretly then depositing that youth into others in order to keep the trigger. And Alistair is not aware of the fact that you need to alternate spells. You can't just use the increase spell all the time. You need to alternate increase and decrease.
Well, also you notice the gem is no longer either blue or red here.
Oh, interesting. A slightly dented saber. Perhaps it's a fake idol, or perhaps it has finally reached its limit and is now broken. Yeah, so got the map from earlier, making sense of things here. Oh. A man in a helmet with numerous cuts on his body, not breathing. A slightly dented saber with some blood on it. Belchester Castle, Blackfields, Crow Towers, Woodshires. Port. Capital. I wonder, did he get into a fight with Alistair Cock and lose? Who knows? We'll need to see. Oh? Got ourselves a sniper here. Oh, I recognize that voice. It's you. Isn't it poetic that you have fallen for the same trap as you did all those years ago? Strawmen are your bane. An empty musket. But yeah. That is Darkhand Steward. And let us go back. David Gorin is the one that was defeated by a
straw man.
By a straw man.
Yep. And we know who Darkhand Steward is, right?
Yes, but I do need to go back. I know we know. Darkhand Steward is Walter Keane. So this is Walter Keane, basically
looking much older than he used to, because 32 years.
Yes. And yeah, he shot David Garan. Damn you, cunning devil! Ah! You will find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. Empty pistol, loaded pistol. You got one shot off. A newly invented transportation device. Is that supposed to be a runner bike? I don't know what the proper term for it is, but it's like before people added gears and everything. You just had the two wheels and you would run like in a Flintstones car, but it was a bike.
It's a bike of some description, basically.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is the cabin that Edmund Cloudsley was hiding out in. David Garan put up Walter Keane put up a straw man inside of there. David Garan...
You can actually look inside the cabin.
Yeah. There he is. A bullet lodged in the wall. A scarecrow with a hole through its head. White pigeon. I admit I may have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. I will come alone, in peace, so we can discuss your compensation. Okay. Okay.
Well, Lazarus certainly didn't come in peace.
Certainly not. Certainly not. He sent David. Walter was sufficiently distrustful. Set up a straw man. Walter came. Excuse me. David came in, shot the straw man, and then Walter shot him in the back. Simple enough.
Yep.
Would that be... Went to the cabin. Whatever. Dear husband, you are so brave, and you have been drinking since early this morning. But what will we do now? What if the evil government men find us? A harp. Become the pure flower that I know you can be for me. Edmund Cloudsley, 1788, January 5th. Dear Mary, I know where your unworthy mate is hiding you. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to colonies, while you I will put on a pedestal of sweetest praise, and you will become my ideal wife. Edmund. Oh boy!
Also, note the date on that letter.
1795.
You know what year this is right now?
It is 1795, is it not?
Yes.
That means Edmund survived.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. Become the pure flower that I know you can be for me, Edmund Cloudsley. For you, I would fight a tiger and win, Peter Batley. From 1788, that we had back in the, the picture back in the dinner party. Mary, yep. My uncle Edmund Cloudsley died in some robbery, and I am rich. Now your father will see me for the man that I am. Let's marry. Peter, 1788, December 10th. Interesting.
And apparently they did indeed marry, so...
They did. Worry not and continue the feast, wife. Nothing can stand in my way. I will kill our enemies wherever we go. An almost empty whiskey flask. A horse racing betting strip. He never stops betting. A small sword. I have some small but pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian, the previous Proud Beast steward. Okay, so Sebastian was Proud Beast steward. I will be back at the camp for our 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned. Lazarus. A heavy seal of the Seven Seas Trading Company. Ship. Hey, it's the Little Mermaid. All those order rats sneaking around here. This is no good. I hope they will just blackmail me and bugger off. A large kitchen knife.
And he is once again making lemon zest.
Yes, he is. A partially peeled lemon. 1795, May 14th, Dandelion Room. Ada Baker, 2 night. Forget-me-not room. Walter Knott, 2 nights. And nonsense, I'm not an idiot. But real men like us could beat those order party ninnies, even without any weapons. Yeah. A hand of cards, a small sword. 2 Albion Franks. But I heard rumors you lost a cannon while gambling. Hand of cards. 3 Albion francs. And yes, everyone has switched over to paper currency. A stiletto blade.
She still has... Those two still have the same blades they did back in the...
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And they still look the same.
Ish.
Ish.
Maybe a little. And heck, they're even sitting in the same seats.
Literally the same seats. So yeah, we had Annie Green and John Briege. However, obviously, Ash Blair / David is not the same. Is not
Ash
sitting
Blair
in the same.
got smoked.
Good one. Do you think they will... Oh.
Does she look familiar to you?
Yeah. Isn't she Lucia Smith?
You want to check the dinner party?
She's literally on the head there. Oh no. Lucia Smith is way too, yeah, that's Ada Baker.
Ada Baker, who was the agent for the Brotherhood.
Yep. You think they will try to kidnap the king? Me and my employer are getting out of this blasted country. A hand of cards. A simple small key. An embroiled handkerchief? Is that different from embroidered?
I think it's an alternate term for embroidered.
Okay.
Involving sticking the handkerchief in a pot and then heating up the water in the pot before you stitch stuff into it.
Okay. I have instructed him to arrive at around 11:30. Most likely he will be in order party uniform. I assume so. If he comes alone without any backup outside, approach him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, you may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. Conceal your face. He may recognize you. Okay. Now we do have that previous letter for 11:30. Instructed him to arrive around 11:30. Most likely he will be in order party uniform. If he comes alone without backup outside, approach him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, if he gives you something that belonged to Edmund, you may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. Conceal your face. He may recognize you. Okay, so that's how she got the handkerchief, because that is something that belonged to Edmund Cloudsley.
So, yes, that's how she got the embroiled handkerchief.
And a dagger. Kays, what is this XP thingy in YouTube chat? Hey Kays, no idea. YouTube has been deploying that to various places. It hasn't been universal. I've seen it in some other live streams. Apparently it is rewards for super chatting, but I can't receive super chats yet because I need 500 subs before I can receive super. All right. Hello, folks. For those
you need to share your screen again when the chance.
Head back over here. Share my screen with you. Case of the Golden Idol. Boom.
Well, that was exciting.
That was very exciting. All right, let's see if
things are working.
Yep, nope. Rumble's broken. Says the stream ended. I hate that this is what happens in Rumble. If you disconnect, it's gone. Anyway, let me get Social Stream Ninja fired up. Let's end the stream. So Odyssey and Kick, you'll get another break. Don't worry. We'll be back in a second. So let me double check that YouTube is actually back and that I'm not accidentally streaming on the wrong one. Yeah, no. We're back. We're live. Why is the game's cursed? Yeah, you got the #1 badge. Good job, Kays. Yeah, so you just get experience from chatting. Oh, all right. Let's open up the doc. Let's grab the YouTube chat. Let's grab the Twitch chat, Kick chat. All right, and we need to start a new stream on Rumble. Oh. And now what I'm worried is that we'll have the same issue as previously, that it'll go, get that going. Store. Go, get that going. Alright, yeah, slowly move forward. Hooray, it was just the one thing crashed, but whatever. I need to finish getting everything set up, and most likely we will need to redo chapter 10.
Lovely.
Yep, we'll find out for sure in a moment. Yeah. And yeah, K's, the game, definitely cursed. Head back over here, head back over here. That YouTube thing, they only give you 25 experience per chat. After you're in 75 XP, the XP kind of stuck there. Yeah, for anything after 75, I'm assuming you need to do super chats. Alright, let's get Task Manager over there. And I will close you to stay out of the way. And Kick, yeah, Social Stream. Let's grab Rumble chat and Odyssey chat, and then move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over. Pull you up. Now we can actually see this. And still need a brief moment, but yeah. This is so annoying. I finally got all of the, all of my internet issues fixed by replacing the Mocha adapters in my network setup. It seems everything was working fine, and now we got the crashing issue that hasn't been happening for a while, finally coming back. Really, there's just always something wrong with with my system. The Curse of the Golden Idol is much more appropriate. Yes, it is very much cursed. Oh boy. And Twitch is also being a pain. Let me go back into Rumble Studio, make sure we're streaming everywhere. We are. Good. Good. It is live everywhere we need it to be live. Reset. Refresh. There we go. That's better. That can go. And let's just make sure things are working here. Of course they're not. One more moment. Oh wow, my CPU or GPU is at 86%. Jeez. Yeah, the 3D is literally pegging it to maximum. What the hell? Game, were you just that horribly optimized?
That is pretty horribly optimized because, you know, this is not exactly a game with the graphics of ultimate
You should install the Temray circuit. Yes, the Temray circuit would absolutely fix all of my issues with this computer.
What's the Temray circuit?
So it is from the original Gundam series and movies. You've seen the very beginning of the original Gundam, right?
It's been a while, but yes.
Okay, so Amuro Ray's father gets sucked out of the colony. They blow out part of the colony, and he gets sucked out because of air pressure. And it's assumed that he dies, but it turns out he doesn't die. He somehow got rescued, and he appears like 2/3 of the way through the series. Clearly suffering from brain damage from oxygen deprivation. And, he greets Amuro and says, "Oh, yes, I've created an upgrade for the Gundam. It'll make you unstoppable." And it's just like a couple of pieces of junk glued together. And, yeah. Amuro runs away. And then Temray just goes after him. He's like, "Wait! Where are you going? Wait!" And then he trips and falls off of a staircase and probably dies.
Truly an impressive showing.
Yeah. So, yep. Can't go there. We got 20 words unlocked.
I think it's just where we were when we started this session. Yay.
Exactly. All right. Well, I am going to open up Notepad. Of course, Amuro don't want that Temray circuit. It's not an RTX 5090. Nope. No, it's not. It is not. 3 years, Gideon Bell, Merit, Idle, 88 years. Moderation, emotions, lust, indulgence, diligence, mistakes, sloth, untidiness, beauty, art, not art, music, fashion, truth, secrets, literature, lies. Cool. Seven, 3, 2, 1. Minus 17, minus 32, plus 1, minus 28, plus 4 minus 88. All right. Reset. Yes. And we run through everything. Ah, yes, there. Merit. Okay. Come on, click on it. Thank you. All right, we got everything. Let's go back and first virtue is moderation. And we do not want emotions, lust, or indulgence.
Did you say do not want?
Do not want. Indulgence. Second virtue is diligence. And mistakes. Sloth. And untidiness will not be tolerated. Third virtue, beauty. Oh, and it crashed on me again. But just the game.
Oh, that's pretty cursed.
Yes, it is. Yes, it frickin' is. Yeah, my video encode blew up, and then, yeah. Lovely. Lovely. Alright, well, let's try again. Oh, I'll probably need to reshare with you. Yep. Wait, no. Oh, interesting. The reset got saved. Sort of?
Oh, good.
No, it didn't.
Alas. Alack. Aladdin.
Wait, no. Yes, it did. Do we have beauty? We do not have beauty. Yeah, no, it's broken. I'm gonna restart it.
Sorry, man. I'm not trying to make things super cursed.
I mean, I assume it's not your fault. Merit extraction. Yeah, that's what they call it.
That's sort of like being a vampire, isn't it?
Very much like being a vampire, including the counting. 1 count of crying. 2 counts of crying. 3 counts of crying. All the way up to 10 counts of crying.
10 counts of crying. Well, at least they're having a good time when they count. What?
When they count.
That wasn't even a pun. I was just... it's just... At least vampires seem to be having a good time when they count.
Yes. Alright. Jasmine Nightwings, 1794. Alright. Once again. Alright. The first virtue is moderation, excessive indulgence, emotions, and lust. Lust will be punished. The second virtue is diligence. At work, sloth, untidiness, and mistakes will be punished. The third virtue is beauty. Vulgar art, music, and fashion will be punished. The fourth virtue is truth. All lies, secrets, and literature will be punished. 7. 3, 2, 1. Minus 17. Minus 32. Whoops. It's 32. Yeah. Walter Keane lost 32 years of his life. Oof. Lothar Richard. Plus 0-1. Josh Bailey minus 28. And Horace Webb plus 0-4. And Gideon Bell minus 88. And finally, 3 years have passed. During the tribunal, Gideon Bell is judged the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history. To execute his punishment, idol was used and he lost 88 years and died. Return to scenario selection. And now, just so we don't have this happen to us again, I'm gonna go close the game, which will force it to save.
Yes.
And we can launch it again. Because I'm getting paranoid about this, and also I'll need to share my screen with you. Alright. Now, I think we may be able to successfully continue. Because when we started stage 10 last time, it still had the things we collected. So I think we should be fine. But yeah, let's start recording regardless, and let's go. Okay, yes, we did successfully recover from the crash. Hooray! You think they will try to kidnap the king? we have all the words, I guess. Oh, can't go upstairs. That's fine. Anyway, anyways, just checking that you're there.
No, I'm not here. I didn't hear a thing.
Okay, very good. Just making sure. Wouldn't want to accidentally let you hear anything. Alright, so yeah, here is Sebastian Cloudsley's old manor.
Looking familiar, but in slightly worse shape than when we last saw it.
Yes, definitely much worse. A pile of mangled and burned corpses. An empty cannon. I assume it's been fired. I think that's a safe deduction. Okay. Alright. So we have, I think we've gotten all the clues. We've gotten the, main things. Now we can get to work on solving. So I guess the first thing I want to see is the note. Alright. So, 32 years, which we already confirmed that was Walter Keane. Walter Keane
Yes.
lost 32 years, and let's double check why. He lost 32 years because he was flirting with different married women and wore ridiculous headgear and claimed he
lost 32. He lost 32 years because Lazarus believed that he had betrayed him at the ritual of ascendance. The actual charges are just
or just to get some of these 7 years to get punishment. Really, it was this and the expulsion and getting a bunch of years. Anyway, that was that. Let's get back to here. So yes, Walter is very unhappy that Lazarus took 32 years from him. I demand you return them. If you refuse, I will make the story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. So, at 10:30, meet me at the place where the idol was stolen. Get my notes. We can delete all the stuff we had previously. So, Walter tells Lazarus to meet at the Mermaid Inn, which is where it was stolen. Come alone. Come alone. Bring something personal to give to the veiled woman. Tie your reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. Simple enough. So that is that. Edmund Cloudsley's, David Garan, since his success at the Mermaid Inn has proven to be resourceful and discreet professional. Good. Nicholas Maker, cowardly but dutiful, useful up to a limit. Ulster Cock, pompous and vain, but being a military man is ready to obey and ready to kill, which is exactly what he did to Augustus Valentine or whatever.
Yes, the moderate leader.
Yes. James Turner, greedy and hedonistic, requires constant material motivation to cooperate. Walter Keane, ambitious and inventive, but treacherous as many smart people are. And that's why he wanted to get rid of him. And our little map of the area. Yeah, I guess. Let me just double check. Come alone and bring proof, something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. Now, we head back. Oh, yes. Okay. So yeah, Alistair can't get the, maybe fake.
Is it just me, or does the idol look sort of bent?
Or just broken. Idol. It does look kind of bent. But I think the idol always was bent. We really don't see the bottom of it usually. Maybe?
Go back to the Triumph of Order one. We get a pretty good... That's the one... The Triumph of Order, that's the one right before the last one. With the... And... Oh
yeah, no, it's straight. You're right. Straight, and the legs are at the back, yeah. I'm thinking that's a fake idol. Alright. Yeah. Alistair can't get the maybe fake or just broken idol to work. Further along.
He's still bug-eyed.
Still bug-eyed. That doesn't make a difference. Now, if we go here, there is the dead party member heading towards the cabin. So let's add that to the list. Dead party member.
Well, we actually can't tell where he's headed. He's at a crossroads.
True. Dead party member at crossroads near cabin. We also know that any travel over to the Little Mermaid Inn from the camp will not be spotted there. Oh wait, here we go. I skipped over this guy. There we go. That is what I wanted to jot down first. Regime has to fall. It has taken everything from me.
Including his violin.
Including his violin, yes. Alright, capital report. ADM. Newfangled carriage passes by. 8:30. Individual on a two-wheel contraption passes by.
Going yabba dabba doo.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family. Is it Bedrock or yeah? Or is it in
Bedrock?
The
I'm pretty sure.
Town of Bedrock, or is it Bedrock? Town of Bedrock. One of those two. They're a page right out of history. Two individuals in uniforms pass on horses. Okay. So now I will head over to here. So the newfangled carriage passes by. Goes to Sebastian's Manor. Of course, it's no longer Sebastian's Manor. Manor. Seems like it is a defeat for the Order Party. since those
the pile of mangled and burned corpses seems a little...
Seems orderly to me. It's like
yeah.
they decided to die in a nice row. So, lots of order.
And they never took their car away from here, so...
Pretty much. So, goes to Sebastian's manor, gets defeated at the manor, corpse is burnt, proto-tank left behind. I'm gonna call it
corpse
a proto. Corpse is burnt, yeah.
Corpse is cannoned.
Corpse is cannoned, then burnt. Corpse is shot by cannon, then burnt. Proto-tank left behind. Okay. Now, next on the report is that one individual on a two-wheeled contraption went by. That would be David Gorin, who got tricked by a scarecrow again. Passes by. David Gorin off to make an ass out of you and me. No, excuse me. Off to make two asses and an 8. Off to assassinate Walter Keane.
Ass in 8.
Ass in 8, yes. Gets killed by Walter. Tricked by a scarecrow, or by a straw man, rather. Again. Good. So we have that bit of info. Next, we also have a report that 2 individuals in uniforms passed on horses. That is where things get slightly more troublesome.
We've seen 2 horses in this.
So Alistair has 1 horse, and the second horse is in the background over here. So
whose is the second horse?
Second horse is Lazarus. Or not Lazarus. He has a letter from Lazarus, but it has the Seven Seas Trading Company, which is James Turner.
Yep.
2 individuals in uniforms pass on horses. Alistair Cock and James Turner. Right? Alistair is nearby, trying to figure... Oh, I just have it right here. Alistair is nearby, can't get the maybe fake or just broken idol to work. James Turner's horse is in the background of the islet. I guess that is the only body that's unaccounted for. So I'm thinking that is James Turner at the crossroads, and that the horse running in the background is his horse and wherever it's running off to. That's the manor. And yeah, Peter Batley and Mary are chilling on the on an island in the river. Let me got that. Assume James Turner. So yes, dead party member at Crossroad. Assume that is James Turner. Peter Batley and Mary are hiding on an islet in the river. EC is alive! Alive! Alive!
And it looks like these two got here by boat.
Ah, yes. Peter Batley and Mary hiding on an island in the river. Arrived by boat. Okay. Now, the ship. The ship in port is missing a cannon.
Didn't someone in the Little Mermaid say something about
losing a cannon? Yes, he did. The ship in port is missing a cannon. To Elise! Thank you for the raid! Welcome to Elise and followers! And Euphionia raided the stream on the Rumble side. Hello!
Hello there.
Hello. And as always, Rumble folks, be sure to chat. Dual raid, thank you. To Elise and Euphonia raid, thank you all so much. Woo! Alright, the ship in port is missing a cannon. Chat! Yes, chat! Most likely... Chattable, thank you, Iron Dragon Dave. Most likely, the cannon in Sebastian. Hands up, woohoo! No, not pants down. Although anything goes, if you insist, I can take my pants off. This can be a pantsless stream.
Please don't.
The cannon in Sebastian's manor most likely came from the ship. And if we go back to the Little Mermaid, we have nonsense, but real men could beat those. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
And the lady he was talking to said something.
Yes, I heard a rumor you lost a cannon while gambling. So I'm thinking, this John Briage might be like a captain of a ship, it seems. Or at least the master. Cursed. Iron Dragon Dave, you have no idea how cursed this game is. We've had it crash twice today. Once it took down my entire computer. The second time, just the game itself crashed. And the, stream, no, not 2 streams ago. Last stream that we did, also the game crashed and we lost progress and I needed to go back and redo a bunch of stages. On the bright side, I finally have my internet situation fixed. It was the Mocha adapters. On the downside, this game is cursed and crashing. So, ship in port is missing a cannon. Most likely it came from the ship. John Briage lost the cannon in a wager. Anyway, Ada Baker try to kidnap the king. Yeah. Ada Baker, probably not relevant about the kidnapping the king. She's getting out of the country. She has a note. Oh yeah, there we go. There's another typo. Yeah, there's a lot of typos in this one. I just want to check. We had the instructions to look at 4th fourth words previously. So I just want to see him, will, alone, you, he. Yeah, no. The old code doesn't seem to give anything, neither does firsts. I host if, conceal. That doesn't tell us anything either. So we don't need to worry about that bit.
I host if conceal doesn't mean anything to you? Wow.
Okay. Ada Baker's instructions. He will arrive at 10:30.
Who gave her instructions?
I assumed that this would be Walter Keene. Walter Keene giving her instructions. I guess one thing I do want to double check. We already double checked this, but I wanted to be sure. Yes, Walter Keene, Darkhand Steward. Walter Keene is the person who originally instructed Ada Baker to kill Edmund Cloudsley. As the note was signed, Darkhand Steward, and he is Darkhand Steward. Yeah. Let's go back to our thing and just finish with Ada's instructions. Ada Baker's instructions from Walter Keene. He will arrive at 10:30. And did I? Yeah, I did not. Okay. Arrive at 10:30. Likely in order uniform. Approach. If he's alone. If he gives you something belonging to Edmund, give him the instruction slip. She has EC's handkerchief, so he did get the instruction slip. All right.
And that's an interesting thing, isn't it, if you compare her note to the note that was sent to Lazarus that Lazarus has in the camp.
Yep. That is what I am pulling up here. All right. Did I... Yes. Walter tells Lazarus to meet at the Mermaid Inn, and I forgot to say at 10:30. Come alone. Bring something personal to give to the veiled woman. Now that is the thing that I am slightly confused about. Let's see. Come alone and bring proof, something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. No.
That is the sound of sudden understanding.
That is the sound of sudden understanding. Darn it! Oh.
And we know the idol can restore youth.
The idol can restore youth. So that means that David Curran the entire time has been loyal to Edmund Cloudsley. The betrayal was somewhat faked. Yeah.
He ended up recruiting Walter Keane to aid him and then eventually backstabbed him.
Pretty much. Yeah. And yeah, he recruited Walter Keane probably to get into the to be able to get into the Brotherhood. Oh, this is... Yeah. Now, I should have made the conclusion here. I noticed that was inside of Edmund Cloudsley's notebook. I just assumed that when Walter and David got out of the cabin, they took it, and they were just continuing to use his notes.
There's one entry here, however, which strongly hints at it being Edmund. Look at David's entry.
Yep. Since his success at the Mermaid Inn has proven to be resourceful and discreet professional. Yes. Yep. That's the hint. That's the hint that Lazarus was Edmund all along.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
I have a friend who, when doing this, as soon as he saw Lazarus' face, he said, "Is that Edmund?"
All right, now I guess I need to jump back. Yeah.
You don't get a great look at his... But yeah, that's Edmund, isn't it?
Sure is. Wrong one. Edmund. I guess. Lazarus. Yeah. Should have seen that. I was thinking about how weird his face looked. But I didn't decide to compare it to how weird his face looked. To be honest, it doesn't look all that weird here. But it looks super weird. Super weird here. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So, with this mind-blowing revelation out of the way, we now get back here.
Hey, Fanboymus.
Hey, Fanboymus.
You just missed Stab's brain melting.
Yep. Brain successfully melted. I did not catch the twist in time. And yeah. Okay. Worry not, continue the feast. Anyway, we now have... So Mary is holding multiple letters here. That the Getter Emperor shows up? No Getter Emperor.
The twist is that Lazarus Hearst, the aspiring dictator of Albion, is actually somebody we thought was dead for 7 years.
Yep. Okay. I know we're your unworthy mate, yes. So, Lothar sold out the position of where Peter and Mary were hiding. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to colonies, while you I will put on a pedestal of sweetest praise and you will become my ideal wife. Ooh. Okay. So that is Edmund / Lazarus sending that letter.
And like right about now-ish.
Yeah. March 15th. And do we have a date anywhere?
The newspaper.
March 13th. Okay. So that was sent 2 days after the events of this trial. Okay. Well, at least he wasn't a scientist from a biotech hidden civilization. No, but he was a bit of a scientist. You know, I'm a bit of a scientist myself.
He was experimenting with a device of unimaginable power and was very naughty with it.
You could perhaps even say that it had unlimited power! Or not. That's fine.
Well, does that mean his overconfidence was his weakness?
Your faith in your friends is yours.
Exactly.
Good. Give in to your aggressive feelings, boy. Alright. I admit I may have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. I will come alone, in peace, so we can discuss your compensation. Okay.
Well, it was neither Lazarus nor in peace.
Yes.
So.
Anyway. Ada Baker's instructions from Walter Keane. He will arrive at 10:30 and order uniform. Approach if he's alone. If he gives you something belonging to Edmund, give him the instructions slip. Now, so Walter tells Lazarus to meet at the Mermaid Inn at 10:30. Come alone. Bring something personal to give to the veiled woman. Tie your reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. Okay?
So that's the pigeon reply.
That was the pigeon reply. And we do see that he has the pigeon. So the pigeon came back here. And we also know Lazarus Hurst. Oh. And he's Lazarus because he's back from the dead.
Yep.
And that is the cage that the pigeon was delivered in.
And he has a couple of vials of poison as well in his personal safe. And
whatever those bags are, money perhaps? Who knows? Sidious and Cobra Commander won't stand each other. And whatever is inside of that...
That looks like... that looks like something that's attached to one of their cars / proto-tanks.
Yeah, maybe. I could see it. Alright, let's head back. So yeah. At least, with Lazarus, what happened? Lazarus / Edmund Cloudsley. Wait a second.
Well, we don't actually know what happened with Lazarus because it wasn't Lazarus who followed this trail.
Yeah. Alright. At 11:30 on May 15. So yeah, at 10:30, meet me at the Little Mermaid Inn. Come alone, bring proof, give it to the veiled woman. Okay. So, potentially, potentially Lazarus, potentially David, went to,
Well, who has the instruction slip?
You will find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. Okay. So yes, there we go. That is the instruction slip. Instruction slip. David. David has a slip saying to meet at cabin. All right. One thing else. Yes, Comrade Lazarus has not yet returned for several hours. Comrades Alistair and James have gone to find him. If they do not return, we will organize more search parties to find the lost. Okay. So now... Question with Lazarus. So he disappeared quite a bit earlier.
Well, I think we can narrow down by process of elimination what group that left he was with.
Well, there's only one,
based on Maurice's notebook.
Yeah, based off of Maurice's notebook, there were only three groups that passed by him. There was the carriage, which ended up getting defeated at the manor. There was an individual on a bike, which we know is David Gran, and then two individuals in uniform on horses, which we know were Alistair and James Turner. If Lazarus was in the first group, he was basically in the assault on the manor. Actually, hang on, before I go to the manor. Yeah. If he was involved in the assault on Blackfield Manor, then he is quite possibly... It's not back. He is quite possibly one of these corpses. Maybe. Now the question is... Lots of bottles of wine. Right? They're drinking wine. Dear husband, you're so brave and been drinking since early this morning. Okay. Is that a cannon in someone's study? Yes, it most assuredly is. It is a cannon. Although it is a combination study and bedroom, that is in fact a bed. That is a ton of books, a desk, and yeah. Now, the hint is that we have, gambling. Peter has been drinking since early in the morning.
Cannon was lost in gambling.
Cannon was lost in gambling. He's a gambler. Edmund Cloudsley probably went on some personal business. That personal business being getting rid of his nephew, so that he can be the one that that marries Mary. However, Peter apparently seemed to be prepared for this. He had the cannon. he somehow exploded these folks. Lazarus slash Edmund. Since no one was left to bring the carriage back, we assume he got all of them.
And, you know, sometimes you want a noble hero, and sometimes you want a drunken idiot with a gambling problem to save the country from the dictatorial maniac.
Yep. And, the reason they don't know where he is because he said he left on private business because he doesn't really want to say that he's off to basically capture or kill his nephew, send him off to the colonies if he is captured, and steal his nephew's wife so he can marry her instead. And yeah, quite the character arc. Peter Batley goes from an absolute dick of a nephew with a gambling problem to being a heroic idiot with a gambling problem and inheriting two different people's great fortunes. Because he inherited from Rose Kubert, I believe.
And from Edmund.
And from Edmund once he died. So, yeah. And
he got the girl.
He did get the girl.
And he fought a not quite tiger and won.
Half lion, half tiger. Anyway, it's March 15th. Now, I don't know, but yeah, she's keeping the diary. She slid it back there. Did she maybe let Peter know? Whatever.
Seems likely, honestly.
Most likely. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Early in the morning. My problem is, I'm pretty sure I know the story. All right.
Well,
hang on.
For the early morning thing, let's just take a look at possible verbs in the second.
Sure. I'll check the noun first, though. Early in the morning, person went to in castle. Okay, location. To the. So yeah, I'm thinking here, ideal wife. Early in the morning.
All right.
Lazarus Hurst went to the manor to
kidnap Mary.
Yeah, potentially. To kidnap Mary. Would
Batley.
she be Batley since she's married? Because Lazarus Hurst wanted to have the ideal wife. Woo! Okay. So that is what happened in the morning. Right. Before noon. Individual 2-year. Alright. So that was what happened at 8 a.m. 8:30, individual on two-wheel contraption passes by. David Gorin off to assassinate Walter Keene. Gets killed by Walter, tricked by a straw man again. Okay.
But this looks like two people, because...
Yes, two people. So, I'm thinking 2 individuals before noon, Alistair Cock and James Turner, tried to find Lazarus Hurst. They found the golden idol at the... They started to fight over it. So, the other comment I wanted to make, man in a helmet with numerous cuts on his body, not breathing, a slightly dented saber with some blood on it, versus a slightly dented saber. I think they traded sabers. Or rather, Alistair left his saber
because
on
Alistair,
James Turner's body, and took...
He's a criminal mastermind who says they'll surely not suspect me if I just swap sabers.
Exactly. So yeah, that's that story. They found the golden idol. They found it at the manor. They went there. They discovered that Lazarus was dead, that everybody here was dead. Peter and Mary, once they killed Lazarus, went off and started drinking and partying basically from the morning, which is what Mary said. That Peter has been drinking since morning. So that means before noon, they don't have that bit, so he was there at the manor. Yay! Now, it's evening. In the afternoon, now we have the events that happened here.
Because David did a long roundabout going to the inn first, and then
he went first to the inn in the morning, which did get spotted. But yeah, he goes to the inn. At the inn, he gives Edmund Cloudsley's handkerchief to Ada Baker. Ada Baker gives him the instruction slip. The instruction slip says to meet at the cabin. Now, I mean, I guess this map isn't exactly to scale, but yeah,
he had a long roundabout and was on a bike rather than on horses, so he traveled a longer distance and probably was a little slower with that sort of bike.
Most likely, yes. And he gets the instructions to get there. So, in the afternoon, David Gorin went to the cabin to kill Walter Keane because Walter Keane tried to blackmail Lazarus Hurst to get back his lost years. Yes! Okay. Early in the morning, Peter Batley killed Lazarus Hurst at the manor. Before noon, we said, Alistair Cock. Before noon, Alistair Cock killed James Turner at the crossroads. In the afternoon, Walter Keane killed David Goran at the cabin. Yes! 11th case solved! The slight delay in the peaceful something. The scroll has been
peaceful
fulfilled.
March to the king's castle. I love that expression of holy shit on Lazarus's Edmund's face.
Yep. And also Peter Batley going, Motherland!
While holding wine in one hand and touching off the cannon with another, with a red hot piece of explosive shot coming out. So,
beautiful, beautiful. I love this scene. So yeah, that does explain why the idol was broken and bent. It took quite a pounding. Yeah. Before storming the king's castle with the Order Party, Lazarus Hearst led his men to Sebastian Cloudsley's old manor in order to kidnap his long-lost love, Mary Batley, née Richards, who was hiding there with her husband, Peter Batley. Upon entering the manor, Lazarus and his troops were confronted by a drunk Peter and the cannon he had won while gambling. Peter blew up Lazarus, breaking the idol, and then fled the scene with Mary. I love it. Drink, down with virtues. Hey, weren't you at the Order Party? Oh, no, I was never part of that ghastly organization. I can take this gilded brass trinket for scrap metal. You can have 3 sous for it and call yourself lucky. Alright. That was Maker, right?
Nicholas Maker, and then
Nicholas
there's
Maker,
Alistair Cox.
Yep, and Alistair Cox selling the scrap golden idol. Yeah. For 3 sous, whatever 3 sous is.
Not much.
Doesn't sound like much. Especially considering he thinks it's brass. Probably from all of the gunpowder residue on it.
And there's one more thing to do now.
All right. Oh, there is a next. Okay, let's hit next. Epilogue. Is it a short one? Something we can do, or should we do a new episode for it?
It's short.
It's short. Let's go then. This is a long episode, but won't hurt to be a tiny bit longer. Okay. Yes, there they are. So yeah, that was Edmund rejuvenating himself, and them clearly making an oath. And you can see the jewel change color. Anyway. Okay, he stole life from some wino. Half-empty bottle of gin. Donate to a veteran who lost his leg in the noble defense of his homeland. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Witness the power of the idol in my hands, and swear loyalty to Lazarus Hearst. We will build the ideal society. Yep, and that is the command for, increase life.
Yep.
The Brotherhood of Masks. Only one thing is worse than imbeciles. Imbeciles with power. The rich and noble have a social club with mystical rituals and other hogwash, and are so stupid that they did not realize when they had some truly miraculous technology in their hands. However, they are influential and persistent, and have already caused a great deal of harm to me and my goals. Walter Keane has told me more about their organization and practices. If he tells the truth, and they are truly devoted to their religious entity of Griffin Reborn, I could gain some powerful allies for my next move. Order Party Manifesto. All citizens are equal. All citizens must serve society to the full extent of their abilities. Citizens must be evaluated according to how virtuous they are. A society with internal contradictions is unsustainable. Therefore, it must be led by the most virtuous citizen. The king should step down. The aristocracy must be abolished.
Also, talking about the contradictions of society, isn't there an ideology that did a lot of that?
Yeah. Virtuous citizens are better able to serve society. Therefore, virtuous citizens deserve to gain more time on this earth, and bad citizens deserve to lose time. This is unbelievable. My pure Mary is joined in matrimony with that clown Peter Batley. She must have done it out of grief for my death. Such a hasty decision goes against every principle of virtue. Therefore, I consider the marriage null and void. She will come to me once she learns I still live, but for now, my duties in the service of humanity take precedence. Wow, that dude is full of himself. And I thought Peter was full of himself when he was saying, Uncle, she is too young for you, or you are too old for her, whatever he said. By the way, lend me 300 pounds.
Peter is this incredibly ballsy idiot.
Yeah.
Edmund is a brilliant psychopath.
High on his own farts, also.
Yes. You agree with me, he actually was pretty sharp, but a total psycho.
Yes. Society must be built on the principles of virtue. Only thus can it become truly great. Look at the Lemurians. Thousands of years ago, they had an empire on the banks of 7 seas. Their ancient technology continues to baffle modern science, but they became inert and decadent, and forgot how to build and operate their machines. Their empire crumbled because it was built on pleasure-seeking, not virtue. It is by divine providence that I got my hands on a working ancient Lemurian artifact, the Golden Idol. I will use its powers to set humanity on the right path by building the ideal state. Yeah, someone's been reading a little too much Plato.
Yes, he has.
All right, Walter, I swear it. Yes! With these powers, I will do whatever is necessary to build a better world. All right, Brotherhood of Masks, Londonburg chapter. James Turner, Walter Keane, Chester Davy. Okay. So yeah,
Chester Davy was beaten up and tied outside the...
Yep, he was the Dark Hand Initiate. Angus McBain, Water Snake Master, the dude that fell to his death, and also the one that managed to nope.
Kill 3 other aspirants to the crown.
Pretty much, yep. And yeah, also, the first time we mentioned, I'm like, wait, McBain, I know McBain. It's from that movie. And then I Googled McBain, it's like, no, McBain's the Simpsons character. Okay, I guess McBain, the Simpsons character. But then I did a little bit more research, and yes, it was McBain that I was thinking about. Who's that? Your worst nightmare, butthorn. McBain! Yeah! And he jumps off a rafter.
Much like McBain did.
Yeah. Bulletproof, I think, is the movie. The review that I had of it is basically, it is an amazing... the first half of it is amazing, and it should have stopped there. And the second half is a waste of time.
I see.
But yeah, I haven't seen it, but can't say no to a good meme. And also the insult of calling someone a butthorn. So yeah. And then we had
Jeffrey
Alistair.
Sinclair, who challenged Keane to a duel and got killed because Keane and Goran rigged the trial.
Yep. And then we have Nicholas Maker, the lawyer there. Alistair Cock, the Proud Beast Master. Yes, this is what I had in my notes previously, that Sebastian Cloudsley was, I only said Proud Beast brother, but turns out that he's Proud Beast's steward. And he's deceased. And Willard Wright, also deceased. So yeah, Sebastian Cloudsley was part of the Brotherhood. He passed it off to Willard Wright, his associate. Nicholas Maker was his was the attorney that settled the estate. Peter Batley wanted the idol, basically to sell it to pay off his gambling debts, because he was pissed that he got a book of aphorisms. But Willard Wright clearly already had some experience with the idol, and was able to spontaneously combust one of the goons that were hired.
Willard Wright had access to the research findings of Sebastian Cloudsley as the sacred fire-breathing relic, as they called it, of their order.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, that's that. Got that done. And David Garan. Yes, my lord. I swear my loyalty to you and will undertake whatever tasks are required of me. David, I thank you for dealing with all the challenges relating to my death, and for keeping an eye on our new ally. I do feel I have impressed him not only with the Golden Idol, but also with my vision of the ideal society. Come to our hideout on November 24th. We are ready for the next step.
And yeah, someone was huffing a little too much Republic there.
Yep. Alright. Oh hey, cool. Left the, Alright. Then... Okay,
clearly he stole the virtues.
Sebastian Cloudsley left the idol to the Brotherhood in his will, but then David Garan, on Edmund Cloudsley's orders, stole the idol and accidentally stabbed Willard Wright. The Brotherhood tasked Darkhand Steward was
Walter Keane.
Walter Keane. Just wanted to double check. Tasked Walter Keane to punish Edmund Cloudsley and recover the idol, but his attempts were fruitless. During one attempt...
Okay, that's where we see her whack him with the fireplace shovel.
Yep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. During one attempt, Walter Keane was captured, and Edmund Cloudsley convinced him to join his side. Edmund Cloudsley used the idol to make himself young, and infiltrated the Brotherhood under the new identity of Lazarus Hurst. Then he claimed to be Griffin Reborn, and transformed the Brotherhood into the Order Party. Brotherhood Masters, James Turner and Alistair Cock, because Angus McBain is dead.
Yeah! Sorry, I had to.
James Turner and Alistair Cock helped
Edmund Cloudsley.
Okay. It won't accept Lazarus Hurst?
I think it will, but I think it's more satisfying to say helped Edmund seize power in the
country and enforce the rule of virtues by taking youth away from common people and giving it to the Order Party members. Wow, very communistic. Right before...
And you see the dictator and the king facing down against each other with their troops behind them.
Yep. Right before the final showdown with the uncooperative king, Edmund Cloudsley wanted to kidnap Mary Batley, but was shot by Peter Batley, and the idol was broken.
And the virtues was broken?
Thank you for playing. Thank you for being an amazing game. Honestly,
wasn't that great?
That was an amazing, amazing game. I loved it. Aside from the crashing sucked. Everything else about the game, truly amazing. And also, yeah, I do want to say I am thankful that you did ask me to play chapters 1, 2, and 3, or stages 1, 2, and 3 all in a single episode. Because, yeah, 1 and 2 were definitely very tutorial, and 3 is where we finally actually started to get into the interesting story. So, yeah. That was fun. Also, I do want to check one thing. Tobacco cat. Right, it was on their persons. Expedition to Monkey Paw Island. 1/3 of all. What's the map? 1/3. Alright, so yeah. Whoever Oberon Geller was. Never mind. Thought there might have been a bit more info there, but there was not. So yeah.
We'll actually learn more about Oberon Geller.
Interesting. Yeah, I was hoping there might have been a tiny bit more information about Lemuria. But yeah, I guess not. Nonetheless, we have completed the case of the Golden Idol, but there are still...
Incidentally, does that face in the Lemurian vampire look familiar?
Possibly. Yes.
Take a look at Albert Cloudsley and...
Was that Albert? That was in fact Albert. Yes, it is. That is Albert Cloudsley. Very nice. Very nice. Well, we will learn more about him in 3 more episodes, or on the 4th episode after this one. Because there are... First, we'll be dealing with the Spider of Lanka, and only then will we proceed to the Lemurian Vampire, as we will be doing the DLCs in order. But yeah.
You absolutely should do them in order, incidentally.
As it makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, obviously, we are not done yet, but I'm very much enjoyed the game. This was amazing. Totally worth it. Totally worth playing. Obviously, my advice to play it is kind of useless after the fact. Just like Chants of Sinar, this is one of those games that you really want to play yourself first before watching anyone else play it. But yeah, that is that's that. Next time we'll move on to the DLCs. Only 2 episodes this stream, but oh well. Anyway, VOD folks, please like, follow, subscribe, check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye. There we go. That's
And you know,
done.
If you're up for Rise after Case, I'm all for that.
I think I might be. I may want to take a break to do SMZ3 with Steven Zappa. Again, we got a funny little thing planned for that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm definitely up for doing Rise once we finish that. Okay, next point of order. It's 1:50 a.m. I'm not doing another chapter this stream. So we'll be starting on the rest of the DLCs next time. Whenever next time is. But I guess I can go into my calendar and quickly jot down, yeah. Kind of annoying, but whatever. Koji 08 and Koji 09. So that will last us until July 25th. But yeah, next stream is going to be more Arusu install, because we need to do more of that. But once we do that, sweet, that'll take that out. We got plenty of G-Gen done, but obviously I will need to do more later on. Yeah, we're actually making progress. I am not happy with my lack of narration progress. Basically, there's going to be an episode dropping in 9 hours, and then I have one for Friday, and then I have nothing else in the backlog. So, tomorrow, once I get back from dance practice, I'm probably going to record some more Data Live Arusu install. So we'll be doing some streaming of that, but it'll be another late night start. And yeah, after that, narration. Probably going to, well, I already got recruited to working during the day on the 4th of July. But in the evening, I might just do narration recording instead of other stuff, and yeah, and then go do go see some fireworks in the evening and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the general idea of things looking forward. Yeah, all right. Let's get to this. Rumble side. Let's go to my stream tools and let's drop Kick and Odyssey. So Kick and Odyssey, folks, hasta la bye-bye. There we go. They are done. And YouTube, folks, I shall see you as well. Goodbye. Yes.